Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Corbin J. Robertson Center here on the campus of Southwestern University in Georgetown for the Pirates' final regular season game of the year. And it's none other than the Trinity Tigers in town. This eternal rivalry between Southwestern and Trinity wrapping up both teams' inaugural year in the SAA. Glad to have you with us. Pirate women fell earlier, 71-68. The men looking to flip the script and pick up this big victory. Southwestern having secured their spot in their first season in the SAA. They will make the 6-team conference tournament, as will Trinity. As Trinity will be the 2 seed. It is wrapped up Rhodes a victory earlier over Barry. And that means Trinity, with a win today, will indeed secure that 2 seed. They were battling with Rhodes for the top spot. But more at stake, certainly bragging rights between these two sides. Trinity looking for the opener, and they will find it courtesy of Dean Balo, the junior guard out of J.J. Pierce High School up in Richardson. Visitors led by first-year head coach Marwan El-Rakabawi, former Southwestern assistant back in the 2006-2007 season. Anakpane from the elbow. Shobi Anakpane and Aiden Lewis have led Southwestern this year, particularly of late. Last weekend, victories over Oglethorpe and Barry. Those two average 22 points a game. But they will be tested today against the number 19 team in the country. Trinity, 19-5 overall, 11-2 in conference, 7-3 on the road, and they've won the last 3. Second meeting between these two this year. Southwestern fell back on January the 3rd, 94-74, down in the Alamo City at Calgar Gymnasium. Pirates 12-12 overall, 6-7 in conference, and 5-5 here at home. Winners of their last 2. I mentioned those games on the road. This is stolen away by Finn. Finn, Louisiana native, couldn't finish. Tried to go over Hatcher. Anakpane underneath. Lewis. A long 3 knocked down by Gomez, the junior. New Braunfels native in the transfer first year in the black and gold with a 3 from well beyond NBA range. So again, Rhodes victorious over Barry earlier today, 86-71. Rhodes securing the 1 seed in next week's SAA Men's Conference Championship Tournament. Trinity battling with Rhodes for that top spot. They will be the 2 seed. But they want to go in on a winning streak and with another victory over their foe in Southwestern. These two teams know each other. They continue to battle as Southwestern looking for a win today. Give them a huge bit of momentum. They'll stay with Anakpane and the Pirates. Underneath, Lewis. Good ball movement here from Southwestern. Inside, Mills, the San Antonio native out of Reagan High School, and able to finish. Rebound from the 6'9" to sophomore Bronson out of Dallas Jesuit. A huge force in the paint. Here's Bronson on cue, and able to hold it. Mills is there. Gomez into the front court for the Pirates. This is the 56th all-time meeting between these two. Pirates have lost the last 9, and that is their longest losing streak in the series. Dated back to 2022, their last victory over their foes from the Alamo City. As Finn, the senior from Covington, Louisiana, draws the foul and will head to the line. Finn, a 56% free throw shooter. As a team, Trinity, 72% from the line. Average just over 16 free throws attempted a game. 4 players in double digits Walker, Lawson, Bronson, and Balo all averaging double-digit scoring this season for Coach Harak, as they call him, Marwan El Rakabawi. And Southwestern, some issues on the end, is the foul be charged to Hatcher, his first and second team foul, and Finn back to the line. Pirate women got off to a roaring start, really set the tone, but then a phenomenal third quarter from Trinity. The Tiger women were able to secure the victory, their 20th in a row over Southwestern. Men looking to make it 10 in a row are the Tigers over the Pirates. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be joining us from. Always electricity in the arena when these two sides get together. A knockpenny underneath. Lewis blocked coming out of nowhere. Bronson, that big 6'9" frame. Not something the Pirates used to contending with. Bronson, last to touch it. It'll be Pirates ball. Southwestern, they've dealt with injury issues this year. Zach Sugars has been out almost the entirety of the conference season with a knee injury. That has been a huge loss. Luke Fabian, the freshman, also out as well. Really no one 100% as Lewis soars above and draws the foul, does the Pensacola, Florida native. Aiden Lewis, the sophomore, the super soph from Lake Creek High School in Pensacola. What a super sophomore season it's been from him. Really coming alive as of late. Ian Anokpene leading the Pirates down the stretch. Shobi Anokpene, a star senior guard from the Trinity School of Midland, will come off, giving away to Neil Franco. Franco, another talented freshman, the 6'1" guard out of Attleboro, Massachusetts. Estes, senior out of South Lake Carroll, one of numerous former Dragons on this Trinity roster. Underneath Finn, now Lawson, another former Dragon in the corner. Lawson going baseline. Somehow creates space to Jackson Lawson and able to finish. Lewis in the corner, always a handful. Oh, what a pass inside to Mills. Beautiful bounce pass right on a dime to Luke Mills. No trouble finishing for the San Antonio native. And a great response, little floater from Balo. You would imagine Mills, a little extra spice. Not just final home game of the season for the junior, but always taking on your rival. And San Antonio native doesn't need much more. Here comes Lewis, the alley-oop from Gomez, the high flyer out of the Florida Panhandle. Lewis, a Skywalker, one of those players that I say it makes you hold your breath. He's going to need a big game, you would imagine, if the Pirates are going to pull the upset over the 19th ranked team in the country. And no trouble for Bronson, simply too deep. Was the big sophomore center. Hatcher going baseline, finds Mills underneath, and he's got it. Pirates doing a great job driving and dumping. Southwestern on top by 2 early here. The foul underneath. Going to go against the Pirates. It'll be charged to Mills. Well, we take a timeout, 14-16 remaining in the first half. Mills picks up his first third-team foul. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our corporate partners, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Rudy's Barbecue, Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Texas Honey Ham, Rivery Coffee, Fairfield Inn and Residence Inn, Ideal Signs, Frontier Bank, Syntex Shirts and Embroidery, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. Huge thanks to all for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Both teams shooting the lights out early on. Southwestern 6 of 8, 75% from the field. Trinity not far behind, 5 of 8 at 62%. Both teams getting it done. Rebounds 4-3. Trinity with a slight lead. But you would imagine a lot of energy. The season finality for both sides. Southwestern trying to get back in the win column, something they've not been able to do in the last 9 against the Tigers, including a 20-point loss down in the Alamo City early in January of this year. But as we mentioned, Lewis and Anakpane playing so well of late. Obviously, always contributions from players like Mills. Franco, the freshman, coming off the bench, doing a fantastic job. Gomez, Hatcher, also Sawyer Batts. This batted out to Hatcher. The senior out of Houston Stratford pulls up from 3. Couldn't knock it down. Three from the corner, no trouble for Joshua Chesney, the junior out of Corpus Christi. Left open, and he makes the Pirates pay. And Trinity now on top, 15-14. Good ball movement. On for Southwestern, Dre Moss, his first appearance in the game. Anakpane with the baseline jumper off the mark. Estes takes it himself up the floor. Bronson, huge size advantage, but they don't want him that far away from the basket, you would imagine. Lawson now looking to take Lewis off the dribble. Lawson uses the size and got inside of Lewis. Three-point Trinity lead. After the timeout, it's been all Tigers. Pirates need to respond. Moss looking to do so with a 3. Couldn't finish that. Inside, wide open Bronson. It was a nice look from Balo. And they are trying to get the big man a lot of touches in the paint. You can certainly understand why. Moss. Anakpane. For 3, Shobi will make you pay. Few is hot in the conference right now as Anakpane and Lewis. And you could tell they're just playing with a huge amount of confidence, both. Lawson nearly lost it. And Bronson does. Anakpane the other way. Lewis going baseline. Oh, what a circus attempt. And he finished that one. And the 3 missed in transition. Out to Chesney, and he's got it. Another triple for the Corpus native. Junior out of Corpus Christi, London. Makes it a 5-point Tigers lead, 22-17, 11:38 remaining in the first half as Southwestern takes a timeout. The hot shooting continuing from both of these sides early on. Trinity shooting 61% from the field. Southwestern not far behind at 54. Again, Trinity, the number 19 team in the country. One of the best teams you're going to find. But just such a great rivalry when these two get together. Pirates trying to work things out after the timeout. 11:38 remaining here in the first half. Chesney, 6 points, lead all scorers. It's been a pair of threes from the Corpus native, Shobi Anakpane and Aid Lewis, as predicted, leading Southwestern with 5 points apiece for that stellar duo. Oh, Anakpane. Southwestern got off to such a great start, but things starting to turn in favor of the Tigers. Mills. Little floater, drops it in off the glass. There's Luke Mills. Back to a three-point game. As Trent Medeiros, the sophomore from Hayes High School, south of Austin, on, as is Benjamin Wagner, the freshman out of Cornerstone Christian in San Antonio. Gabe Parr, junior from Austin Westwood. So a lot of new faces on the floor for the visitors right now. Anakpane around the screen, pulls up. Parr had the rebound momentarily. Mills rips it away. Mills always making the hustle plays for the Pirates. And the whistle before the shot from Franco. And without further ado, we welcome in the hardest working woman in Southwestern athletics, the one and only Jordan McClure-Williams, who, Jordan, this is her third game of the day, a pair of softball games earlier out at Taylor Sanders Field, the Pirates hosting Whitworth. So, Jordan, you just didn't have enough going on today. Glad to have you with us here for the men's game, as always.
I never have enough going on. No, I honestly can never turn down an opportunity to come color commentate with you, Kit. So.
Well, thrilled to have you on this one. In the final regular season game, Chesney again, and that is 3 for 3 from the Corpus native. He is making the Pirates pay. He has not missed from beyond the arc. Pirates looking to respond, bringing on the big body of Patrick Hoffman, the 6'7" senior from Burleson. Out of bounds, Tigers ball. So 9:54 remaining in the first half. Pirates got off to a great start. We need to be careful here, trailing by 6. Medeiros takes it in. And is fouled by Hoffman. Medeiros, sophomore from Buda, heading to the line to shoot 2. That's a team. Tigers 72% from the line. Medeiros, just a 50% free throw shooter. Able to rattle home the first. Medeiros looking to make it an 8-point Tigers lead, and he does just that. 27-19 Tigers. Pirates need to respond. Trinity starting to pull away a bit. Important possession here for Anakpane and Southwestern. Shobi driving baseline. Out to Franco, stolen away by Parr. He's trying to find Hoffman in the low block. And Carter Ruck, Chesney, another 3, and he's got it. Chesney, 4 for 4 to start things off is Joshua Chesney. 12 points, all from beyond the arc as he leads all scorers.
When do you think we'll start putting a hand in his face?
At the very least, need to do something. Pirates have not been able to slow down number 23. Hatcher right at him. Rebound out to Ruck. Here he comes in transition. Medeiros Parr looking to work baseline. Parr off the glass over Hoffman. 13-point lead for Trinity, their largest in the game. Southwestern, they have not scored their last 2 trips down the floor. Sawyer bats on, but Hoffman unable to secure it. A timeout taken by the Tigers. 8:09 remaining in the first half. 33-19, Trinity on top. And again, we take the opportunity to thank Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. Also, thank you, and encourage you, if you have not already, to subscribe and like our YouTube channel, and make sure to download the Southwestern Athletics mobile app. But right now, Jordan, it's all about Joshua Chesney, 12 points. He is a perfect 4 of 4 from 3, and that's the difference early on.
I mean, like Kit was saying, I just got here, so haven't been able to watch much of the game, but from what I have seen is the last 3 threes. I mean, and that's just made a huge difference in the score. I mean, I walked up and it was 19-22.
You think about that. Pirates have not scored in over the last 4 minutes of action. Chesney has yet to miss. Right now, Trinity 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. All 4 threes made by Chesney, and they're shooting 63% from the field. 12 of 19. Southwestern just 44%, 8 of 18. Pirates need to get something going offensively here. The number 19 team in the country, Tigers, starting to pull away. Still a lot remaining, 8:09 in this first half. But as good as Trinity is, this is not a team you want to dig yourself into a hole against. It's hard to come back. Medeiros, defended by Batts. Batts able to tie him up. Very nicely done from Sawyer Batts, the freshman out of Parish Episcopal up in Dallas. As the possession arrow will give it to the Pirates. Eli Bradley, the redshirt sophomore out of Bishop Gorman, on for Southwestern, the North Dakota State transfer. Aiden Lewis also back on the floor for Southwestern. Gomez as well. See who can get things going for the Pirates. We've already seen Gomez knock it down from way downtown. Chesney, his fellow three-point shooter, there defending. Lewis spinning baseline. Couldn't finish, but Aiden Lewis is going to head to the line to shoot 2. Pirates, as a team, that has really been their Achilles heel. They're just 58% from the line as a team, and as good as Lewis has been, Pirates' second leading scorer, he is just 40% from the line this season. Again, both teams having secured their spot in next week's SA Conference tournaments. Southwestern as the 6th seed, and Trinity will be the 2 seed after Rhodes was victorious over Barry earlier today. Parr with the putback, won't go. Rebound out to Wagner, another opportunity. And a foul underneath as Chesney down on the ground, comes up grabbing his eye, does the three-point shooting specialist. Joshua Chesney, the Corpus Christi product, heading to the line. An 89% free throw shooter. Shooting as well as he is and shooting that well from the line, a huge force. Not someone you want to foul as he knocks them both down easy as you please. 34-19, and the deficit continues to grow for the Pirates. Under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Bats from the corner. In and out, couldn't hit the three. Medeiros able to wrestle the rebound away. Parr likes the matchup with Hatcher. Parr nearly lost it. Medeiros. Chesney, another three. His first miss from beyond the arc. And the foul is going to be charged to Sawyer Batts, a piece of the jersey there of Trent Medeiros. Easy call for our officials. Batts picks up his first 16 foul against the Pirates. Medeiros, Batts giving him all he can handle. Carter Ruck on, and Ruck able to draw the foul on Gomez. Great job for the former South Lake Carroll Dragon, just coming around across the paint. And Ruck will head to the line for the first time tonight. .75% free throw shooter. No trouble on the first for Ruck. Changes now coming as Chesney and Medeiros off for the Tigers. Zach Finn and Ben Estes back on. Pirates making a change of their own. Luke Mills back out on the floor for the black and gold. Hatcher. Driving in, lost it. A lot of contact, but no whistle as Ruck ends up with it into the front court. Has Estes. Estes underneath. Couldn't finish. Shot looked to be altered by Eli Bradley. Mills the other way. Over Parr, and he's got it. That's what Luke Mills does. Coming up with a big bucket when needed most. And thrown away right to Gomez of the Pirates. A flying pace of play here the last few trips down the floor. Batts now, fade away on the baseline. And just too much on it from Sawyer Batts. Parr. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Gabe Parr, the big 6'7" junior center, right into Mills, who draws the charge.
That is one thing that Luke Mills is really good at, not only his athletic ability, but to stand strong and take a charge. I feel like he's done that multiple times this year.
He certainly has. He's one of those players, he'll give up his body for the team. Part of the reason he has that big wrap on the right shoulder. And the whistle going against Southwestern here, and it'll be charged to Hatcher. He picks up his second and the 8th team foul as he promptly comes off. Aiden Lewis back on for Southwestern with 4:38 remaining in the first half. Pirates need a push here, trailing by 15, 36-21. The big 6'9" William Bronson back on for the Tigers. Jackson Lawson couldn't hold it. A turnover. Matt Strike, first year as the head coach of Southwestern. What a first year it's been. First year with a new coach, first year in the Southern Athletic Association. They have made some noise, and that is exactly what they were hoping for. Hoping for a win today and to make some noise in the tournament, which starts on Thursday down in Mount Berry, Georgia. Lewis couldn't hit from three. Balo the other way, off the side of the backboard. Southwestern looking to run. Lewis has a knock play. Lewis fouled by Zach Finn. Aiden Lewis heading to the line.
Yeah, I could see the contact from here, so I'm glad the whistle blew.
Timeout taken, 3:50 remaining in the first half. And again, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services for their continued support. Thank you as well. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be. Final game of the regular season for the Pirates. That crossover season that all athletic communication people loathe. As I said, Jordan, her third game of the day, a pair of softball games, now joining me for basketball. Jordan, you have a birthday coming up. I think you'll probably be able to celebrate that in June, maybe July if I had to guess.
No, actually, I'm taking the day off.
Good for
so
you.
I will
I'm
not be here.
stunned. Well done. Good for you. Very well deserved.
But no, I wouldn't say I technically loathe the crossover season.
Not your favorite, though. Let's be honest.
I personally, it's not the greatest because I don't ever get a break, but I love it because it does keep me busy.
I think that is always the case. Obviously, the winter sports wrapping up, the spring sports in full force is baseball in action up in Belton against UMHB. We had softball earlier against Whitworth here. Track and field, men's and women's lacrosse, just a busy time of the year in college athletics. So Lewis at the line, shooting 2 for the Pirates. This is really the only flaw in the game of the super sophomore is the free throw shooting. And as I say that, he hits the first. Lewis now 6 points. Only Mills in his 8. Better for the Pirates. Chesney, 14 to lead all scorers, 12 of those coming from beyond the arc. .345 remaining in the half. Pirates need a push. Try to cut this deficit to single digits at the least. Trailing 36-22. Finn. Estes on to Lawson. And Nakpane there with the rebound. Contact between he and Balo, but no whistle. Step back, Gomez for 3. Pirates really needed that one. From the corner, and the 3 for Estes. Visitors continue to impress from long range. Now 50%, 5 of 9 from beyond the arc are the Tigers. (39-22). Gomez trying to respond, cannot. Bradley there with the rebound. Pirates will get another opportunity. Nakpane trying to go baseline. And a bit of contact, but I think Bronson got a piece of it coming from behind to the big 6'9" center. Now right back to Bronson. Has the size advantage over Mills. Bronson out to Balo for 3. And he's got it. 42-22. Tigers with their largest lead, up 20 with 2 minutes remaining in the half. The number 19 team in the country really starting to turn it on. Anakpane. The miss from point-blank range. Rare you see that from Shobi. Defense to chant here at the Robertson Center. Pirates need a stop. Bronson out to set the screen. Finn. Through the fingertips of Estes, and the Pirates will take possession. 92 seconds remaining in the half. Luke Hatcher, senior from Houston, back on, taking over for Eli Bradley, who is going to take things into their own hands for the Pirates, who can help them mount the comeback. Hatcher, certainly one of those players with the ability to do so. Underneath, Lewis hits a ton of contact, but Lewis so good in those situations in the air. And a great find by Hatcher. Finn, baseline, out to Estes for three. Couldn't knock it down. Pirates trying to run. Anakpene. Fouled. I believe it was Balo who made the contact, and it was indeed Dean Balo, the junior out of J.J. Pierce High School up in the Metroplex. Picks up his first and the fifth team foul as Shobi Anakpene will head to the line for the Pirates. Anakpene with 8 points, making his first trip to the charity stripe today. Dre Moss back on. He'll take over for Luke Hatcher. Pirates do not want Hatcher to pick up a cheap foul here at the end of the half. One of those players you need to keep out of foul trouble as much as possible. And Anakpene does his job. 42-25. 45 seconds left in the first half. Zach Finn fires from three off the side of the iron. Long rebound batted out to Estes. Now Lawson turning. Drops it in. Nice soft touch from Jackson Lawson. Pirates, final opportunity here with 12 seconds remaining at the end of the half. Franco from way downtown off the front of the iron. And that'll do it for half number one. The number 19 ranked Trinity Tigers lead the Southwestern Pirates 44-25 at the break. We'll step aside, back with you in 15 minutes. We'll get you first half stats. Take a look at half number two here at the Robertson Center in Georgetown. Trinity on top, 44-25 at half. Welcome back. Start of the second half here in Georgetown. Glad to have you with us. The 19th ranked Trinity Tigers lead Southwestern Pirates 44-25. Alongside Jordan McClure-Williams, I'm Kip McConico. Visitors led by as many as 20 went on a 14-point run that really put them ahead, and they have not looked back since. Joshua Chesney's 14 points lead all scorers. Did that on 4 of 5 shooting from beyond the arc. Aiden Lewis with 8 points, and Mills also with 8 to lead the Pirates. Well, looking at the first half stats, aside from that 14-point run, 0 second chance points and 0 bench points for the Pirates. Really the biggest difference as Balo fires from 3, unable to hit, but rebounded, secured that time by Estes. Tigers get another opportunity. Lawson fouled. I believe it'll be on Mills. And actually, they're going to charge it to Hatcher, and that is his third. So Hatcher picks up a quick third and first foul here in the second half to send Jackson Lawson to the line for the visitors. Well, Lawson hits them both, 46-25. Pirates dug themselves a hole against one of the top teams in the country. Southwestern 10 of 18 from the field in the first half, just 2 of 10 from 3. That is just 36% from the field and a 20% from 3. Conversely, Trinity, very impressive, 48%, 15 of 31 from the field, and 6 of 14 of 42%. Pirates also just 3 of 8 from the free throw line. We mentioned the free throw shooting woes continuing today for the Pirates. Finn for 3. He's got it. And now the largest lead today, up 24. And Trinity really putting the hammer down starting this second half. Gomez responds, 3. He's got it. Pirates needed it. But Jordan, you and I were talking at halftime. I mean, for Southwestern, 0 bench points and 0 second chance points. That's not going to get it done.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we've talked multiple times about how the Pirates have to get a rebound. They have to be aggressive on the glass. I mean, and that is what will help the Pirates, you know, push even further with the second chance points.
Nakpane able to finish at the hoop. Maybe he's able to mount this comeback for Southwestern. The star senior guard from Midland playing in his final home game here at the Robertson Center. Again, both teams qualified for the SA Conference Tournament next week in Georgia. William Bronson draws the foul, and the big 6'9" senior from Dallas Jesuit heads to the line. Jordan, looking at those first half stats, what else stands out to you?
I mean, the bench points definitely. I mean, right now we have our starters, but normally we have Neo Franco coming off the bench, and he's, you know, getting at least 6 points, whether he's, I mean, immediately off the bench. We also have Sawyer Batts. I mean, he's another 3-point shooter for us, and it just seems like nothing's really falling for the Pirates today. I mean, 2 for 10 from 3. That's a rare percent and stat that you see from the Pirates.
Unfortunately, you're right about that. Southwestern not getting those contributions through the first 20 minutes. We'll see if they can here in the second half. Finn stole it away. Mills was looking for a Nakpane. Finn saw it coming. Lawson turned back, tried to go baseline. Balo unable to get away from Lewis. Well defended by Aiden Lewis. Zach Finn for 3. A long rebound ends up with number 35 again as Finn right at Lewis and finishes at the hoop. Hatcher for 3. Off the front of the iron, short.
I mean, you can even hear our fans, get the rebound, get the rebounds.
When we talk about Southwestern, you cannot lose the battle of the glass and hope to knock off the 19th ranked team in the country. Bronson settling for the jumper. Little turnaround. Gomez. He's got it. Zach Gomez, the junior transfer, trying to get it going. Balo with his own rebound. Step back, Lawson for three. And he hits it. And Trinity able to respond, and that has been the case. Anytime Southwestern makes a basket, gets some momentum, Trinity responds immediately.
Yeah, you know, just watching that last play, I mean, if Southwestern would have grabbed one of the two boards that Trinity grabbed, that three would not be possible.
And unfortunately, that just speaks to what we talked about earlier, that rebounding. You have to do work on the glass. Southwestern out-rebounded at 27-11 in total rebounds in the first half. Almost 3-1 in favor of the Tigers. You were the one who said it. It's a simple game if you do the basics, but you have to do them well.
Yeah. I mean, and looking at the stat sheet, it just seems like starting five and then Neo are ultimately the ones that are making any contributions for the Pirates. I mean, if you look at points, you only have 4 of the starting 5 that have baskets up to halftime.
Again, Rhodes beat Barry. That one wrapped right before this tipped off. So with that victory, Rhodes secures the 1 seed in the men's conference tournament beginning next week. Trinity will be the 2 seed. They were neck and neck coming into today, but Rhodes had the tiebreaker. They may finish with even records of 12-2, but it's going to be Trinity as the 2 seed, Rhodes as the 1. Southwestern at 6-7, also the same record as Center, right ahead of Millsaps and Barry, both 5-8, as is Swanee. The only team that's been eliminated thus far is Oglethorpe, so still a lot to play for on the men's side of things. Franco on for Southwestern, as is Kalen Williamson. Williamson, the 6'7" freshman out of St. Michael's in Austin. Williamson for 3. Sebastian Loader also on, and the Minnesotan with the rebound and the putback for number 33.
I mean, the Pirates have a whole new 5 out there.
Bradley, Batts, Franco, Williamson, and Loader, the 5 on the floor for first-year head coach Matt Strike. Not a starter
Matt
out.
Strike is just saying, hey, somebody prove to me that they can get a rebound and make a play.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He is saying, I'm going to give you the opportunity, make the most of it, because right now the starter's not getting it done. Pirates trailing by 21. Balo around the screen. Underneath, Bronson, simply too deep. Bronco around the screen. Little floater off the mark. Bronson with the rebound. Balo trying to find some space, gets by Loader and finishes. That brings the Tigers bench to their feet.
Pirates need to find some energy.
And the foul will be on Finn, sending Franco to the line. And you said it, Jordan, somebody has to bring the energy. Somebody has to step up for Southwestern.
I mean, the Pirate bench is just quiet. Why are we quiet? Yeah, we might be down. Oh, gosh, my math is awful. What, 25? 25 points. But again, there's still 14 minutes left. It is literally anybody's game at this point. Why are we handing them a win?
14:32 remaining. Trinity 60, Southwestern 35. As once again we take the opportunity to thank Double Dave's Pizza, Frost Bank, Don Hewitt Chevrolet, and Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services. And encourage you, if you have not already, to download the Southwestern Athletics mobile app. Also to subscribe and like our YouTube channel. But you said it, there's a lot of basketball remaining. 14 and a half minutes left. That is an eternity in basketball. But there is no energy on the Southwestern side. And they're being outscored 16-10 to start this second half after trailing by 19 at half. So who steps up for the Pirates? Again, without Zach Sugars, the junior transfer from St. Mary's, out injured. Without Luke Fabian. Obviously, Mills not 100%, nor is Hatcher. But who's going to step up? Franco at the line, a 64% free throw shooter, is the freshman from Massachusetts. Does his job, knocks him down. Pirates trying to claw their way back. Trent Medeiros out there. As is the three-point shooting specialist, Joshua Chesney for the Tigers. Stolen away, Bats in the front court. Loader off the side of the iron. Pirates not getting a second opportunity. Chesney in transition, spins, stripped away by Franco.
What a block by Franco.
Bradley unable to hit the three. A long rebound, batted out to Williamson and the Pirates. Franco. Williamson, another three opportunity, and the big 6'7" freshman has got it. The bench players, after no bench points in the first half, starting to step up here in the second. Balo nearly lost it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Balo draws the foul on Bradley. That'll send the junior from Dallas to the line. Balo shooting two. Trinity better than 86% from the line. Southwestern just 50%. That can't be the case. If you're going to spring the upset over the 19th ranked team in the country, you have to hit your free throws. Franco back to Loader. Franco in the corner. In and out. That one was halfway down before it popped out. Medeiros looking to run. That'll be off of the Tigers. Pirates ball. As Carter Ruck back on, taking over for Balo for Trinity. So both teams electing to keep the starters by and large on the bench. William Bronson, the only starter on the floor right now for either team. Williamson, another three. Franco there with the rebound. Williamson drives in and draws the foul on Chesney. The former St. Michael's man starting to make some things happen. we questioned who was going to take matters into their own hands. It appears that Williamson is willing to do so.
Again, the Achilles heel of the Pirates. Free throws.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Southwestern now 5 of 11 from the line, less than 50%. It's over 12 minutes remaining in regulation. 21-point Tigers lead. Parr. Ruck trying to find a bit of space. Chesney underneath, got Franco in the air, and he draws the foul on Neo. Chesney to the line, leads all scorers, 14 points. Says the Corpus Christi London product. That's his first miss. Now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. 4 of 6 from the field. All from long range. Ruck defending on Franco. Neo unable to find any space. Out to Bradley for 3. And the whistle underneath. Loader fighting that time with Wagner, and it's going to be a foul on Benjamin Wagner. That is his second third-team foul for the Tigers. A timeout taken, 11:44 remaining in the ball game. 63-41. Southwestern trailing in the regular season finale, final game of the season here at the Robertson Center. But again, plenty of Southwestern athletics still coming up, and you can find that full schedule at southwesternpirates.com. Baseball, softball, both in action today. Tennis as well. Track and field, men's and women's lacrosse. It's going to be a busy spring. Pirate men hoping to mount the comeback. Women fell earlier if you missed it. 86. Oh, excuse me, women fell 71-68 there. And a tough loss for Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler's side, but they've made huge strides in year number 3 in her tenure.
Not to mention, even without the loss, they secured the number 6 spot in the conference tournament, a tournament that they didn't make last year in the SCAC.
It's a great point. You are absolutely right. First year in the SAA, make the conference tournament, that 6th and final spot. So that is a huge win for them. Get to play some postseason basketball and head to Georgia. Loader. Stolen away by Medeiros. Chesney out to Wagner for 3. He's got it. Benjamin Wagner gets into the party. Does this 6'7" freshman out of San Antonio. Trinity shooting almost as well from 3 as they are from the field. 47%. As Loader lost it on the baseline. Another Pirates turnover. Southwestern, that was one of the bright spots in the first half. They turned it over only 4 times. As Eli Pittman, the 6'6" freshman forward out of Spring, Texas, making his first appearance in the game for the Pirates. The whistle on the other end. It's going to go against Gabe Barr, the former Westwood Warrior. Not set. Charged with the foul there. Franco looking for a teammate, finally able to find Bats. Franco, step back, fade away. Wagner with the rebound. How's Medeiros in the front court? Ruck wasn't expecting that. Chesney for three. Another miss from the man who is a perfect 3 of 3 from long range to start the game. He's missed his last 3. Bats. And what has turned into a three-point shooting contest. Parr tries to change that. Poked out of bounds. Pirates last to touch it. Dre Moss on taking over for Sebastian Loader.
I would say I'd replay that one, but replay's down.
Just interesting how that works out. Chesney into Parr. The big man is fouled. Franco picking up his second, 5th-team foul. Will send Gabe Parr, junior from Austin, to the line. Parr looking to salvage a point from this trip and does. 1 of 2. 67-41. Largest lead today for Trinity. Up 26. Bats in and out. Another miss from 3. Southwestern now just above 20% from beyond the arc. Ruck continues the hot shooting. And Trinity just under 50% from 3. Under 10 minutes remaining. Pirates trying to get something positive. Stolen away by Wagner. Has Ruck with him. He won't need it. As Wagner fouled by Bats. Parr taking some exception to the foul. Benjamin Wagner is still down underneath the basket. And it appears that Bats has been ejected.
This is really when you wish our instant replay worked. Oh, coach is now at it. Oh, so it wasn't Bats ejected.
Eli Pittman.
It was Eli Pittman.
You're
that
exactly
was
right. Pittman, the one ejected. It was Bats who was away from the play. That he was the one who Parr took exception with, but it was Pittman who committed the foul on Wagner. And so with 9:09 remaining in regulation, Pittman, the freshman from Spring, who is not on the court for more than a few minutes, has been ejected.
So
and our officials talking things over.
Yeah, the question is, yes, we fouled, but the words after, shouldn't that technically be a technical? I mean, I don't have a roster in front of me. I can't tell you their names. Number 4 from Trinity was all up in Sawyer Bats' face on the sideline, having not great words with him, clearly.
Yeah, Parr took some
imagine.
exception to the foul. I don't think he was asking him where his favorite place to eat in Georgetown was, if I had to guess.
No, or, hey, look forward to seeing you in Georgia. I don't think that was
no love lost. That is definitely the case. So the officials over at the scorers table, they will take another look at the monitor. And again, with that, we'll take the opportunity to once again thank some of our sponsors, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, Ideal Signs, Texas Honey Ham, Rudy's Barbecue, Double Dave's Pizza, and Frost Bank. Big thanks to them and all of our Southwestern University Athletics sponsors.
I mean, while we're just taking the time, go ahead and do a quick shout out to Coach Alexis Lynn of Southwestern Pirates softball. She picked up her 100th career win today against Whitworth as the Pirates swept the Pirates. It was literally a Pirate battle out at Taylor Sanders Field. Finished the second game, 5 innings. 5-inning walk-off.
Battle of the Pirates, and the Southwestern Pirates took it.
Absolutely.
They raised the flag.
We sure did.
Congratulations to Coach Lynn, indeed. What a great job she's done. Always a pleasure to be able to speak with her. Now in triple-digit wins. Very well-deserved. As the officials still at the scorer's table, still taking a long look at the monitor. As it stands, Eli Pittman has been ejected. His hard foul on the breakaway of Benjamin Wagner. Gabe Parr, who took immediate exception, and he was quickly in the face of Sawyer Batts. Their officials were able to separate them, and didn't appear more than just a few words exchanged between the two.
I mean, this is the moment when you really have to learn as an athlete. In heated moments, you have to keep your cool. Games are going to get intense. They're going to get heated. The other team is going to fire you up because they do not want you in the game. But, again, Eli Pittman, freshman, still learning how to be a full-around, mature athlete on the court. And that's not a bad thing. You know, everybody has to learn. So.
Very well said. And this is a learning opportunity. Again, just a freshman, first year as a collegiate player. And it's a transition. Even with travel ball and the way things are, going from high school to college is a transition, and it should be. As our officials done looking at the monitor, now at midcourt, conferring the trio. We'll see what their ultimate decision is, if there are any changes here.
So what are the rules on a basketball ejection kit? Can Pittman play the next game?
That is a very good question. I think Pittman, well, and they will go back and look at it to see if it is just for the remainder of this one. I think Pittman will be out at least the following game, and there's a possibility that he could indeed miss the SAA tournament. So the officials will.
Because I know for football, you're out the remainder of the game and then the first half of the next game. So could that be a situation where that happens here, where Pittman travels to Georgia, and then the first half he has to sit out because of the ejection, and then he can come in the second half?
Well, that may well be just dependent upon if Southwestern is able to advance and win their first round game, if they have his services in the second. If not, that may well be the end of the season for the freshman from Spring, Texas. As our officials now back at the monitor yet again. They came together, they conferred. They're going to go back to the monitor. Why not? Don't know exactly what the second. Good news is, second conference was a lot quicker.
Santa Claus checks the list twice. The officials are doing the same thing. Okay. I mean,
I don't think there's a debate if that was naughty or nice, though. Maybe. Depends on your point of view and what colors you're wearing.
Yeah.
Again, as always, glad to have you with us. And once again, if you have not, we encourage you to download the Southwestern Athletics mobile app. And go ahead and subscribe and like our YouTube channel. If we have, we very much appreciate that.
So looking at the standings for the SAA, just while we're here still waiting on the officials to finish, Southwestern happens to lose this game. They go down to 6 and 8. That is a 4-way tie for 3rd through 6th. If Southwestern takes the 3rd spot in the conference tournament, we play Millsaps.
Yeah, you think Center, Southwestern, Millsaps, and Berry all right there in the mix. As we know, Rhodes is the 1 seed. We know Trinity is the 2 seed. We know Oglethorpe has been eliminated. But aside from that, that's really all we know.
Refresh your screen.
Uh-oh. What has happened?
Because Barry's been eliminated.
Barry has also been eliminated with that
Four-way
loss.
tie.
So, as you said,
6 and
Swanee,
8.
Center, Millsap, Southwestern, all right there. This is, hey, first year in the SAA. Things have been fun, that's for sure.
There's definitely a big gap between 2 and 3 when it comes to records. You have Trinity at 2, which is currently 11 and 2. Winning this game would make them 12 and 2. And then Southwestern at 6 and 7.
So the officials at the scorers table relaying what they've decided. It'll be Chesney at the line shooting 2 after the ejection of Pittman. And the hot shooting Corpus native, no trouble as you would imagine, the top free throw shooter for the Tigers.
Yeah, the music's still playing. I don't think they know that he's shooting.
I don't think it bothered Chesney on the first. For some reason, it bothered him on the second. He didn't have any issue. He knocked down the first, no trouble. And then
the
all
beat dropped.
That's it, really. As soon as the bass kicked in, he said, okay, all right. Yeah. It was all the bass. That's what did it.
Maybe he should have shot with the music on.
So now Wagner to the line. Remember, he was the man who was initially fouled, of which Pittman committed the foul, and Pittman was ejected.
So did they upgrade that to a flagrant foul? Because no one's in the box.
You're right about that. That is a very good question, and we have not, again, our official relayed this to the scorers table. The public address announcer not relaying this to the rest of us here.
They said technical foul on Dre Moss.
Yeah, it appears that there were a pair of technical fouls, one on each team. And the confusion continues. That is one thing we know for certain. We know that Eli Pittman has been ejected, and we know that there's some remaining confusion. Well, we knew Pittman had been ejected. That is confirmation, but we knew that a long time ago.
I mean, he walked off the court. He knew he was ejected.
Yeah, Pittman made no argument. I mean, he came off the floor and immediately went to the locker rooms. He didn't even argue for a single second. So Moss on for the Pirates. 9 minutes remaining. Turned over. Parr, alley-oop, Medeiros unable to finish. Wagner with a putback. Right now, everything going Trinity's way. A 34-point lead. And every basket made continues to be the largest. Parr in transition, slams it down. And the officials with a technical foul against
on the bench?
The bench of Trinity. They weren't on the floor. They were loud, but they didn't ever come on the floor. Not sure about that call. So things starting to get a little out of hand here. It's still 8:36 remaining.
It's getting a little hot in the Rob right now.
Yeah, still a lot remaining as Franco unable to hit it. Misses the first of the 2 technical free throws. I don't think you're the only person who feels that. We'll see if we can get back to some action here after the long delay, the ejection of Pittman, and still have yet to really find a rhythm. Franco, the long 3 off the back of the iron. Williamson with the rebound. Williamson takes it himself and finishes at the hoop.
I mean, wide open lane, you should take it.
Nicely done from the freshman as Medeiros fouled by Batts. After a really up and down first half. Didn't have a lot of stops, not a lot of fouls. It was very entertaining. It's not been the case here, at least of late in the second half. That free throw percentage still hovering around 80% for the Tigers. Southwestern at just 50. Southwestern has been out-rebounded 41-19 today. Pirates with just 6 offensive rebounds. Carter Ruck back on for the Tigers. Jake Miller, the sophomore out of Scottsdale, Arizona, making his first appearance. Trey Moss on for Southwestern. Sebastian Loader back on the floor as well. Bats. On to Williamson. Loader for 3. The Minnesotan can knock him down from long range. Let's see if Loader can get going. Ruck inside to Parr. Out to Wagner for 3. In and out. Trey Moss with the rebound. Quickly up to Franco. Franco. Oh, what a pass to Loader in the corner. Another 3, well short, though. Chesney nearly stolen away, and it's out of bounds. Turnover forced by Sawyer Bats. And a timeout with 7:26 remaining. 79-47, Trinity on top here at the Robertson Center in Georgetown.
So I did just get confirmation from the table. Was a flagrant foul on Sawyer Bats, technical foul on Trinity number 4 and Dre Moss.
That would be Gabe Parr for Trinity and Dre Moss of Southwestern.
And then obviously we knew Eli Pittman got ejected.
Okay,
So
thank you for the confirmation from the table.
Upgraded that foul from Sawyer to a flagrant.
Okay.
Which were our suspicions.
That was our initial suspicion. You're exactly right. So Bats with the flagrant, technicals on Parr for Trinity, as well as Moss for Southwestern. And that big to do. And you're at the point, I think both teams just want to get out of this one without any more ejections, without any injuries, because both teams are going to be in the conference tournament. The worst thing that can happen in a game like this is you have an injury in the final 7.5 minutes and somebody misses the tournament.
Or another ejection, because we don't know what
you're exactly right about that.
Aftermath of that's going to be.
The Trinity making a lot of changes. Luke Bledsoe, the sophomore out of San Antonio, O'Connor on, as is Elias Dement, freshman out of Lake Highlands in Dallas. And Zach Austin, senior from Clarkston, Michigan, all making their first appearance in the game. Joining Ruck and Medeiros on the floor. Franco, Loader, Bats, Williamson, and Moss on for the Pirates. Williamson. Loader, unable to secure it. It'll be Tigers' ball. Julian Dupertuis, the sophomore, another San Antonio product out of International School of the Americas on. First time we've seen him today. Inside, Jovan Tolliver, sophomore out of Steele High School there in Schertz, Texas. Franco. Long rebound out to Miller and poked away from behind by Moss. It'll stay with the Tigers. Now Pirates starting to empty their bench as well. Patrick Hoffman back on. We saw the big 6'7" senior briefly in the first half. The Burleson native. Travion Ogburn, the freshman from Tacoma, Washington, just south of Seattle, making his first appearance. Wearing number 14. As is Tinius McCluster. McCluster the freshman from Chicopee, Massachusetts, on as well. Rebound secured by Tolliver, and one. Former Cibolo Steel Knight with his first basket in the ball game and a chance for the three-point play. In the corner, Pirates missed that time. Ogburn Dupertui. Miller. Dupertui underneath has the reverse. The Tigers bench fired up. Some of those players don't get a lot of minutes, able to contribute here at the end of this one. Nico Murr, a straight Jesuit product from Houston, unable to knock it down, and the foul is going to be on the floor. And it's going to be on Dupertui of the Tigers. His first in the 8th team foul. That'll send Hoffman to the line.
It's 1-1. I could have sworn when the ref called that foul that he pointed the opposite direction, that it was against Southwestern.
That's what I initially saw as well, Jordan. That's what I saw. Hoffman good on the first. Hits them both. Miller over to Bledsoe, and he sinks the three. (86-49) stolen away. Bledsoe in the front court, blocked by Moss from behind. Great job, Trey Moss, not giving up, swatted it off the backboard. Murr couldn't finish on the other end. And batted out to Ogburn. Little helter-skelter the last few possessions for both teams. Miller wisely slowing things down, under 5 minutes remaining. Bledsoe nearly lost it. And turned over by the Tigers. McCluster fouled. It'll be charged to Julian Dupertui, sophomore. San Antonio native sends McCluster to the line. 6'2" freshman from Chicopee, Mass. McCluster, believe it or not, his first free throw attempts of the season.
50%. Not a bad stat.
And unfortunately, that trend continues for the Pirates as they are now 56% from the line as a team today, compared to the 78% for the Tigers. Tolliver. Kicked out. Bledsoe in the corner. Nico Murr able to get it back. Ogburn for three. The Tacoma native A man from the Evergreen State knocks it down. Out of Woodlands Christian there in the Emerald City. Bledsoe, step back three. And McCluster fouled by Zach Austin.
That's 10 team fouls.
And you're right, it is indeed the 10th team foul. The Pirates will be at the line after the timeout, 3:46 remaining in regulation. And with that, we again take the opportunity to thank Rudy's Barbecue, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Syntex Shirts and Embroidery, Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services, and Frost Bank for their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. SAA Conference Tournament begins on Thursday in Mount Berry, Georgia, hosted by Berry College. You can find that full schedule, all the information, SAA/sports.com.
Correct. Or
SouthwesternPirates.com.
took the words right out of
I'm
my
just saying,
mouth.
if you're neutral, if you want to see maybe how someone else is doing, but if you want to keep it pirate-centric, SouthwesternPirates.com has all the information you need. As does the mobile app. Make sure you download that if you've not already.
Yeah, that app does come in handy, let me tell you.
I use it all the time.
I love the final score notification.
There are only so many games I can be at, but it keeps me up to date on all the games I cannot. I knew softball won earlier just because of that.
And then you even get reminders 10 minutes before game time.
Pretty good deal. If I need a reminder 10 minutes before game time, I'm in trouble, Jordan.
Well, yeah.
But that's just me.
I'll fill in for you.
I appreciate it. You have many times already. McCluster at the line for the Pirates. Chesney, 16 points, lead all scorers. Pirates do not have a double-digit score today. Gomez with 9, Anakpane with 8. But you think Anakpane and Lewis both averaged 22 and 23 points respectively in the wins last week at Berry and Oglethorpe, and neither one in double digits today.
No, I mean, Trinity's doing a great job defensively, keeping
Max
the Pirates
Sprott
from scoring.
Mission Hills, Kansas native on Tolliver underneath, and he is fouled. Javon Tolliver heads to the line. Tolliver is 33% free throw shooter on the season. Very small sample size. Not just his 10th free throw attempt this season. Another miss from Tolliver.
Okay, I was going to say something if we didn't get that rebound. There's only one Trinity player in that box. There are 4 Pirates.
Ogburn, another 3. And he's fouled. Travion Ogburn heading to the line. Max Sprott picking up his first. Ogburn, another one of the Pirates, attempting his first free throws of the season here. It always surprises me when good three-point shooters are bad free throw shooters.
First free throw of the year, jitters.
Fair enough. There you go.
I was going to say, I hope I didn't just jinx him.
Jordan's right, as generally the case. Ogburn, 2 of 3, hits the last 2 after missing the first. His first free throw attempts this season. It'll stay. The foul will be on the Tigers. It'll send, rather, the Tigers' Jake Miller to the line as Williamson picks up the foul, his second.
Yeah, that's one thing that the Pirates cannot do for the last 2 minutes of this game is foul. I mean, both teams are in double bonus.
It's going to be hard to win a tournament game if you're out-rebounded by 21 rebounds and if you can't knock down the free throws. That's what's been the case here today against the Tigers. Sean Tisdall, the freshman from San Antonio Brandeis, on as Trinity really having emptied the bench. And Williamson picking up his third, and Miller to the line.
Hey, kid, that Trinity coach looks familiar.
He was an assistant here at Southwestern, Marwan Al-Rakabawi. He's very well known in the Central Texas region. He's an assistant here at Southwestern, assistant at St. Edward's down in Austin before he took over the Shriner program in Kerrville. And this is first year in Trinity. So, again, very well known in Central Texas basketball circles is the man they call Coach Rock. And congratulations to him. He's done a fantastic job. University of Texas graduate and native of Cairo, Egypt, before coming stateside.
Give a shout out to Trinity. What a great hire for them.
Right you are. McCluster. Hoffman with the putback for the Pirates. Dupertuis keeping it himself now finally. Off to Tisdall, stolen away Ogburn. Finishes. And give credit, Travion Ogburn coming off the bench, the freshman from Tacoma, Washington, has been impressive for the Pirates. He's gotten it done. He's been a real bright spot. I think there are going to be high expectations for him in his sophomore campaign. Spinning and hitting is Javon Tolliver. Another impressive sophomore with great size at 6'5".
I love that Matt Strike did put some of these guys, who don't see a lot of play time on the court in such a high-intense game, because it does give him a little bit more insight of, how are they going to perform under pressure?
Well, that's a great point. I mean, you're at the end of the season, be you a freshman or sophomore, you probably haven't gotten a ton of minutes. Who's going to make the most of them here? Ogburn certainly has for the Pirates. Tolliver has for the Tigers. Ogburn again. Why not? Have a go. Tolliver now. On to Tisdall. Bledsoe gets it back. And the foul on the Pirates will be charged to Ogburn, his first. That'll send Luke Bledsoe to the line. Sophomore, another Alamo City native. Under a minute now with just 49 seconds remaining. Well, Jordan, I must say it has been a pleasure to be able to share the broadcast with you this year, and I really appreciate you coming up to join me. As much as you have going on, thank you for taking the time.
I'll always be here.
Oh, I very much appreciate it. It is certainly a better broadcast when you're on it. From the corner, the miss from Caden Villasecas, the freshman out of Fort Worth. Trinity, that may have just been the exclamation point on this one. As Villasecas brings it up. Ogburn unable to knock it down. Tisdall secures the rebound for the Tigers, and that with 8.8 seconds is going to do it. Southwestern, their 10th loss in a row to their foes from down in the Alamo City. And the Pirates are going to have to wipe this one clean and get ready for that conference tournament starting on Thursday in Georgia. So the Pirates' 2-game win streak will come to a close. Trinity will push the win streak to 4 going into the SAA conference tournament.
There's not a lot of downtime before the conference tournament. I mean, I think both of our basketball teams are leaving on Wednesday.
Yes, you are exactly right. So the final from the Robertson Center, Trinity 95, Southwestern 60. That'll do it for us. Big thanks to you for joining us. Big thanks to Jordan McClure-Williams for joining me on the broadcast this season. And remember, a conference tournament begins this weekend. Berry College in Mount Berry, Georgia. Pirates fall 95-60, but a chance to get things going in their inaugural SAA conference tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. Obviously, some of us will be here watching it due to the travel and the other sports going on. But big thanks to you, Kit, for coming and being a part of our conference broadcast. We really appreciate it. If you want to hear more of Kit, tune in to Southwestern Softball as him and TJ Vela are our 2 broadcasters for Pirate Softball.
There you go. That'll do it for us. Again, glad to have you with us. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you next year for more Southwestern University basketball.